Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Your hair and your makeup looks cute.
Thank you. I had to fix my hair in the camera because I'm like, oh, good Lord, no. Look like a
I
mole.
was wondering. I was like, I know she got the link a minute ago. She must be doing something.
Yeah, sorry. I had to fix the hair. I'm vain that way.
What did you do yesterday for Valentine's Day?
So we just stayed at home. Nothing too exciting. The husband and I decided just to cook dinner. So I got a steak, some mushrooms because that's his favorite food, and watched the Olympics because we're that exciting of a couple.
So, do you like the Olympics or is that more of a Jake thing?
That's more of a Jake thing. I would have rather watched Euphoria and catch up on Euphoria, but he's having
I've
a hard
heard
time.
about that show, but I haven't seen it. Is that the one with Zendaya?
Yes. So I didn't want to watch it at all. Like when it first came out, I was like, God, that just looks dumb. Oh my God. It's so good.
Is it
So good.
Zendaya or Zendaya?
I don't know.
And does she play a teenager?
Yes. So it is like all of the high school dramas, but on steroids. So the amount of drugs and sex and all of that stuff is obscene.
Having a preteen watching that stuff now seriously scares me because I watched the one with the mom and then it was Grace and Maddie. What was it, Maddie and
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the actual title, but I know what you're talking about.
and I watched it and with her relating to her daughter, and I'm like, oh, I don't know that if I like this.
That's true. That's why my sister won't watch Euphoria because her daughters are near the age of the main characters. And she's like, no, because she sees it from a different point of view than like, oh, this is me as a teenager. No, she's seeing her kids as the characters, you know?
Okay, I know, but is that me just rather putting like my blinders on? Is this happening everywhere? Or is it just like a show?
It's definitely just a show. I don't think every high school has, that rampant of this many problems. It's obviously dramatized because that makes good TV. But I think it's also a great opportunity to talk to your kids and like make sure there is an open communication. Be like, hey, if something's going on and you need a safe place to fall or need someone to talk to, know that I am there and I am here for you.
Okay, I'm oblivious to a lot of things. I didn't realize how many people did coke until like, seriously, until my adult life. I'm like, whoa, is this normal for people, everybody to be doing coke? Because I don't try hard drugs. For me, the
No.
first time could be the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Way too scared, way too scared. And I'm like, whoa, everybody around me does this. And so now when I see it, and Tiffany on here saying that her nephew's a teen and she can't watch it, I don't know if I'm just would rather be naive or if I need to face these things or if I was abnormal or this is normal. It's hard.
I think for a lot of it, like especially with the drugs things, if you're not part of that scene, you're not gonna see it. Like there's still a bubble, and the minute it's burst, you're gonna see everything. You know what I mean? Like when I was in college, I mean everyone smoked weed. I went to college in Santa Cruz, so I mean if you weren't smoking weed, you looked weird, right? But then when I started going to like bigger college parties, that's when I saw the harder drugs. I was like, oh wow, this is definitely way more common
Yeah.
than
After my divorce and I was hanging out with all the business owners and shaking hands,
yes.
like I would be the only one who would have pot. And they would
Mm-hmm.
like pull me in the corner like it was a secret, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, thinking that me having pot was like this big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I started coming and I'm like, why were you guys acting like we had to hide my marijuana? like, look what this bitch is pulling out of her purse.
You know that's legal, right? In our state, like
yeah, why was I hiding it? Why was I the only one carrying it too? What you're doing
totally
costs way more.
so very true.
And I didn't know, like, I don't know, that didn't happen. Maybe it happened at my high school and I don't remember. And then even I've learned that people around that I've known for a long time do some of these things. And I don't know if I'm just so verbal about not wanting to do these things that they don't bring it up to me or what. I don't know.
That definitely could be. Joy, we're talking about Euphoria that's on HBO and HBO Max. That's the show we're talking about that has like this like crazy.
Oh God, I'm glad Ashley knew what you were talking about because I'm so ADD. I didn't know what the question was. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, it's so very true about like not knowing or like people. I guess because you and I are very similar in that way that I'm very vocal too, where it's like, you know my opinion before you probably know my name. And so a lot of people don't bring up a lot of things around me because I am going to tell you what I think about it probably before you want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not really mad at you, but I was dating this one guy, like you do you, as long as it, and I was dating this one guy, and on our first date, I told him I don't want that stuff around me. Here are my reasons, blah, blah, blah. And then I go over there one night and I'm talking to his roommate, and I turn around and he had a dinner plate full of cocaine.
Oh, so like straight Al Pacino status.
Oh, yes. And I turn around and I go, whoa. He goes, don't judge. And I go, no judgment. And by this time, I already had some drinks, right?
Oh, judgment. 100% judgment.
So I go, I'm going to go take a little nap. And he goes, okay. So I wake up at like 3 a.m. and he's still awake. Of course he is.
Well, the dinner plate of that stuff, yeah, he would be.
And I cut out. And the next day he's like, did you make it safely? And I said, yes. And I know he knew I wasn't going to hear from him again. And he wasn't going to hear from me again.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just the underbelly of people's lives is fascinating.
And you know me, I'm like you know your opinion before your name. So then I go to meet my other buddy who I'm still friends with. And he's out at this dive bar. And I go, and that guy is sitting with him in his group.
Ooh.
This is like a year after I went on a date, a couple days.
Oh, okay.
And I go, and I walk up to my buddy and I go, do you do coke? And he goes, whoa. Whoa. Right? He goes, you've known me for this like our third year of you knowing me. Don't you think you would have known that about me now? And I go, that guy does. We're like in a dive bar. And he looks at me and he goes, okay, well, he's here with my cousin. I really don't know him. We can now we can.
I bet that guy really wasn't a bit appreciative. Like, dude, you just blew up my spot. I just need to get out of here now.
Yeah.
Funny.
I was like, that guy does. And the guy, he knew as soon as I pointed at him, he knew what I was saying. Get out of there. All right. Today is half off chocolate day.
If you can find it. I mean, half the Valentine's Day stuff in a lot of the stores was gone when I needed to find it.
I won that big Galentine's package. So I got the salted caramel chocolate. Oh, that's my favorite.
So good.
If I go into like those old fashioned candy stores, I always get the chocolate almond bark with the salt on it.
Me too. Dark chocolate. Are you dark or milk chocolate?
I prefer the dark.
Me too. It tastes better. It's just better quality chocolate.
And my kids won't eat it, so I don't have to share.
Yeah, my mom and I were making some chocolate covered pretzels for my cousin's bridal shower a couple months ago. And I got milk chocolate. And my mom's like, what is this? Why did you buy that? I was like, well, because people like milk chocolate. And she's like, you make things for what people like. I make things for what I like.
All right, you guys, we got to jump back on the air. Ashley is filling in for Ian. He's on the vacay all week. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.